Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Travellers Championship is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I've been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Yes, he's a big-hearted guy, but he's got a big game too. So look out for HV3, but don't worry if you lose this rivalry, because you'll end up with a great friend indeed. Well played, mate. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
Looking for another birdie here.
And down it goes. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. The players will face themselves with their first legitimate test at TPC River Highlands, the par 4 third.
Dogleg from right to left, just avoid those bunkers both right and left, and there's not a single one up there on that green. This green is fairly flat with runoffs on all sides of this green. It's a wonderful design.
Hope it gets a good kick to the left. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup. A little birdie look in here.
Just a 4-footer remaining. He's currently tied for 13th. The fourth hole at TPC River Highlands certainly asks for a longer shot, Rich.
Danger here is leaving your tee shot out to the right in the trees and the bunker. If you hit it down the left-hand side, expect a much longer second shot.
Going with the hybrid.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival, Harold Varner III, has a worthy competitor this week.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will take him to 2 under. A spot amongst the leaders here awaits if they can make this. Move inside the top 20. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our leader is Ricky Fowler here, playing nicely so far. The par 3 fifth is no snack either, particularly at the distance of 230.
That's its only defense here, Luke. The green is fairly flat, has a couple of bunkers up there surrounding it, but to be fair, at 230 yards, it's a pretty simple, straightforward, long par 3.
Yeah, that putt looked pushed. Putting for par. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The 6th is the first of our par 5s, and at 586 playing slightly downhill, Ridge. Players should be enticed to go for this green in 2.
Most players in this field will be looking to knock it on in 2. Tee shots want to favor the right-hand side to shorten up the hole ever so slightly. The second shot will be semi-blind, taking it over some bunkers and some mounds to a green that runs from right to left. Bunker front left and a runoff area over on the right-hand side. Shouldn't be too much of a bother for most of these players.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. And only one off the pace here. That goes down for an eagle. That'll help make a big move. Well, that's certainly worth another look. Let's have a walk down memory lane.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
And with that, they move into first place. The par 4 7th, just under 450 yards in length, Ridge. 2 just accurate shots needed here.
Just a straightaway drive and a straightaway second shot will get it done 8 days a week on this hole. This second shot, though, into a green that has 2 tiers on it. If you're not on the correct tier in 2, you're going to face a difficult putt.
A wonderful shot here at the 7th and sets up another birdie chance. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Here's HV3. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. I really like the 8th here at TPC River Highlands, a good par 3.
This is a strong par 3. Water shouldn't come into play as it's some 15 yards short of the green. However, there's runoff areas both right and left that could cause some issues for these players.
Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
As they say, drive for show, putt for dough. That'll cost you. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. And after that hole, this player sits in second, behind England's Justin Rose. Handy effort, that one. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Well, I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location. Wow, that drive, that had so much airtime, I didn't even know if it was coming down.
A bit too much pace on that one. Just one off the lead after that hole. Downhill par 3s, Rich. Lots of fun to play, particularly when it's only a wedge.
Yes, but be careful from the wind. This green is surrounded by large trees, and that wind can really swirl around this green. It's a good opportunity to make birdie, but bogeys might happen if you're not careful.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's return to live play now. And as we check in on the leaderboard, it's John Rahm on top. Rich, the 12th, a par 4 measuring just over 400 yards. How do you play it?
Grip it and rip it. Those fairway bunkers down the right-hand side, they're really not a big bother, so try and take those on as best you can. The further you drive it down there, your second shot becomes so much easier as this green is perched above you. Again, another good birdie opportunity here.
Why don't we catch up with the V-man, Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Well, birdies would certainly be on the mind of the players when they stand on the tee at the par 5 13th, Rich, but there are bogeys here as well if you're not careful.
Don't get careless with this tee shot. Don't avoid the water on the right and try and hit it down the left-hand side, because out of bounds comes in quickly, just left of those fairway bunkers. From the fairway, you have to decide where you want to go for it or lay it up out to the right. Any shots missed out to the right will leave a delicate chip to a green that runs away from the player towards the water.
Playing this shot from around 120 yards. Just one stroke back in this tournament. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. And if this can go down, he'll save par. That's a disappointing stroke. That's a push. And this one will be for bogey. And it's John Rahm in the lead. Let's head to the 14th, Rich. A short par 4, but you've got to hit your tee shot up the hill.
Up the hill, dogleg from right to left, but one of the most generous fairways on this golf course, if not the most generous. Anything up to the right-hand side will open up the second shot to the green that sits well below you. Any tee shots missed over to the left, however, you could have some tree issues.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, time to return to the action. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And that will move him to 6 under par. Well, Rich, as we approach the closing holes here at TPC River Highlands, there are some significant shots to hit, and here at 15, it's certainly one of them.
The tee shot is most definitely an important shot. If you hit a little bit too far left, water scary close to the left-hand side. Out to the right is no good. Length isn't nearly as important as how straight you can drive it.
All in all, a very exciting short par 4.
Love this hole.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. As we move along to the next hole, they're currently tied at the top of the leaderboard with John Rahm.
Moving up the leaderboard, I like it.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. This one is headed to the right. Here's a chance to get up and down from the green side bunker. On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Yeah, nicely holed. That's a good fight back.
Yeah, in the bunker off the tee, great recovery.
Well, this lake that is a real feature here in the closing holes of TPC River Highlands comes into play also off the tee at 17.
The most intimidating shot on the golf course, the tee shot here at 17. Bail left, you could find the bunkers, and if you bail right, you better bring your waders.
Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt. Ouch, that hurts. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And that makes him tied for first. The finishing hole at TPC River Highlands has gone through a few adjustments over the last handful of years, and it's also seen a very significant moment in the history of the PGA Tour.
Plenty of fantastic moments here. Tee shot goes back up the hill, over a rise, semi-blind tee shot, find the fairway, and you're going to have an excellent look at the green and a possibility of making birdie.
It was the site of the lowest ever round recorded on the PGA Tour, a 58 if you don't mind. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet. And that will do it for this player today. They're got to be pleased with that performance in first place at the completion of their first round.
Yes, you always want to be in first place going into the final round. In saying that, it can be uncomfortable as